What is a TV show you got really far into but eventually quit watching before its conclusion? Walking Dead, for sure. It never went anywhere. I wanted a conclusion, a solution, something new that wasn't killing and fighting other people. I wanted smart solutions, but they never arrived. Orange is the New Black and The Walking Dead. Grey's Anatomy. How much trauma can a group of doctors go through? Sheesh. Once Upon a Time. Can't even remember where I got to. Arrow. Got tired of the main character flip-flopping from season to season. Felt he was hypocritical when he killed people in the first season and then hunted down people doing the same thing he did in the next only for him to go back to kill people in the following season. House of Cards. Well before the spacey shit, but that was definitely the nail in the not finishing this coffin. What is clearly a myth but is deep-rooted in our society? Despite there being IIRC only one recorded instance in the US ever, there is a widespread perception that people are destroying Halloween treats with needles and razors. Aside from that, sweets for kids is being drugged. Since drugs are expensive, no one will waste their supply on adolescent randomness. That good people get rewarded and that bad people get punished. Over cracking your knuckles cause arthritis. Lightning never strikes twice in the same place. Yes, it does, and frequently. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. This was a slogan made up by the originators of the Kellogg's Company more than 100 years ago, not really based on any science. More detailed scientific studies in the last 100 years have mostly disagreed on it, and it depends more on the person and their personal and eating habits. But it's definitely false to simply say that breakfast is the most important meal. You meet your 14-year-old self, but you can only tell them 4 words. What do you say and why? Doesn't matter. 14-year-old me wouldn't listen. It's them, not you. Spent 30 years in a toxic family thinking I was the crazy one who needed to change. Don't smoke, you dumbass. Hug your mum back. Stop being a dick. Reason. I was a dick as a kid. Didn't realize how much of a dick I was until later. Call CPS on dad. What comes to mind when you hear the word Ohio? Callahan Auto Parts. They make brake parts for the workin' man because that's who they are and that's who they care about. It's an old Native American word. It means the land of poor white people. David Chappelle. I'm British and I had a politics teacher from Ohio in secondary school, so he is what I first think of. He was the most magical man with the most relaxing voice. Looked a little like Dustin Hoffman and he would just keep the entire class spellbound. He'd start talking about his childhood in this sepia-toned way, running through cornfields etc. And by the end of the lesson you came out understanding the themes of Orwell's 1984 without him seeming to mention it. Hell is real. If you know, you know. High in the middle and round on both ends.